Hi Sagittarius, thanks for joining me. This will be a general love reading for you guys from the 8th to the 14th of March. It is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Don't worry too much if you don't know what your Moon, Rising or Venus sign is. If you check the description box below the video, all that information's in there for you. Also, please remember that time is fluid, that this may have already happened. It could be happening now, it could be happening sometime in the future. And also, please remember, these are general love readings. They won't resonate with everyone out there. So just take what resonates with you or for you and leave the rest. Okay, so what do we have for Sagittarius, please? What do we have for Sagittarius in love? Highs messages only. Okay, we'll go with it. So we're using the Druid Craft Tarot deck again. Oh, wanting to message someone, wanting the 10 of Cups, wanting the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful situation. Oh, death to something though. Look at that. It's a definitive for some reason. That's no buzzer came up there. And we've got almost like destined, written in the stars. Your destiny. It could indicate a soulmate connection with that star card. This is what you're working towards. Your soulmate connection that gives you, look at that, 10 of Pentacles, very happy home life, emotional fulfillment with the 10 of Cups there. Gives you everything. But the 3 of Wands, waiting. Oh, okay. So, I feel death to waiting. I feel death to waiting. You've waited long enough for somebody to come forward. And the waiting's over. You're closing the door on that. So it's death to old ways. Death to the waiting game for you. So perhaps you're waiting for this soulmate connection to come towards you. But it's very definitive. Death to old ways. You're not waiting anymore. You're sending a message. So it says that you are connecting with someone. This could indicate the death to a situation you've been waiting on to become fruitful. But I feel it's death to old ways. It's death to you waiting around. Waiting around for your happiness to come your way. Your forward movement is towards this star card, and the forward movement for you is in the form of a message, a very friendly message with that Princess of Cups. Okay, so what else do we need to know for Sagittarius, please? Sagittarius, in relation to this reading. Thank you. Oh yeah, look. More confirmation. So we've got the 2 of Swords here. So waiting. You've been waiting. Decision. Do I wait any longer? What do I do? But keeping this all to yourself. I think you've waited for this person. Whoever they are, they may not be known to you, but you're waiting for them to come towards you. With 2 of Swords and 3 of Wands. Just waiting. Here's a decision. Do I wait any longer? I don't think so. Even though you've been keeping this situation to yourself, what you see for the future. You almost want to scoop this person up, the 6 of Swords, and take them away to calmer waters. So perhaps they are in a situation that's a bit tumultuous, says to me, but you want them all to yourself. So perhaps you've been waiting for them to be free. A decision, do I wait any longer? What do I do? I'm hiding all this emotion, these thoughts for this person. No movement, still waiting. No, I need to move along. So death towards keeping everything to yourself, but I think intuitively with the High Priestess, although you're keeping everything to yourself, you know that there needs to be forward movement in the form of, I know, full communication for you. The Princess of Cups comes out, so it's almost like a tiny message. It is very friendly, nothing too elaborate, but in the background, this is what you want from this situation. You want emotional fulfillment. You want something that's stable. You also want this person, I feel, all to yourself. So perhaps they were in a connection, or are in a connection, or have been in a connection, and you've been waiting in the sidelines to contact them or for them to look your way. However it resonates. But when you have this Princess of Cups and Princess of Pentacles, so you want friendly, stable communication between each other. You want to open a dialogue. So I don't think this person actually knows who you are. You want to introduce yourself to something that you do hold in very high regard. You love this person. You want to show them how much emotion that you have for them. You want to create a very loving situation. You want to offer them your heart with this Ace of Cups. Wow. Look at that. Tiny message. Death to old ways, tiny message. Ba-ba, ba-ba. This is what you want. Wow. Okay. That's gorgeous. But I don't think that you actually, this person's not, is known to you, but perhaps you're not known to this person. And that's why you've been waiting for an opportunity to connect. But the waiting game that I think has taken a bit longer than anticipated for some reason. That's very definitive energies there. It's like, no, I'm not waiting any longer. I'm getting their get up and going. I'm going to message them. Yeah, what did I say? Perhaps they were in a situation. Three of Cups could indicate that. Also indicates celebration. So you want to celebrate with this person. But I do feel that's very heavily, perhaps that waiting game has been heavily influenced by a third party in this situation. And that's the reason why you've waited around, for them to become free. You do adore this person though. A lot of love for them. A lot of love. But I don't feel that they are... It's not something you've already had a connection with. So it's not revisiting something. It feels like it's something brand new. Brand new. But you do want the Nine of Cups. So... want to be able to sit down in the same space. You want to create a just beautiful environment for this relationship to flourish in. You want something that's very stable but very emotionally fulfilling, and you do see this person as your divine partner with that star card there. Gosh, couldn't even get my words out then. Prince of Cups and Princess of Cups. Look at that. I do see that when you get two of the same. So if you get a king and a queen, I would say prince or princess. Could be a reading for somebody who's of a younger age, maybe. I don't necessarily read my cards in that way. I pick up on the energies that you're going through and the messages that come from my guides. So it could very well be for somebody that's in the formative years, this reading could be. But whoever it is divine partnership, I feel. Princess of Cups, so coming towards, very determined with a cup of love, here we go, but also very sexy as well, this Princess of Cups. Very loving, very warm, but very determined, and also very steady, honest communication, but the drive is behind it. So you want to keep it going with this Prince energy here. You want to keep that dialogue going in order for you to get towards a stage of telling them how much you love them and scooping them up and taking this relationship away to calmer waters, telling them how much emotion you have for them and celebrating that fact as well, and building a gorgeous future, because you are looking towards a future with that star card. You want there to be happy times. You want to be able to make long-term plans with this person. So it's not here today and gone tomorrow. Gorgeous. Anything else with Sagittarius, please? Sagittarius in love. Sagittarius in love. What else do they need to know? What else do they need to know? What else do they need to know? Oh, okay. Gosh, I've got a lot of... No, it's too many. What else do they need to know? What's highest messages for Sagittarius, please? Couldn't get my words out. Told you it's about communication. Whenever I get tongue-tied, it is about communication. Sometimes I get dry lips as well. Or sweaty hands also indicates nervousness, but I don't have that here. Okay, so what else do we need to know? Ooh, okay. So yeah, 3 is a crowd. I feel that perhaps you have been holding, because there's a lot of love for this person, perhaps you were seeing them as choosing you as a partner. We've got this 3 of Cups here, but also the Thief card. It's kind of like, oh, I don't know why they're giving me, and it's a feels like a younger situation. It's almost like you've been somebody's trumped in. You've been waiting for this person, waiting and waiting, and somebody's come in at the last minute and stole them away from you. They're indicated by this 3 of Cups. So perhaps it's, I'm reading for somebody who's in a, or the collective that's in a friend situation maybe, and one friend is free, you're waiting for them to notice you, and all of a sudden somebody else rushes in and steals them away. And that's how it feels. Feels like somebody's stolen them away. So you're waiting in the wings, and the reason why you're waiting is just for it to falter, because you know that this is your divine counterpart, and sooner or later, speaking in tongues again, sooner or later the other person is going to wake up to that notion too. So you've been hiding everything to yourself, but enough's enough now. Perhaps there's something that's happened along the way, and there's a bit of discord between this relationship here with this other person and the person that's stolen them away. Perhaps there's a little bit of a rift there, and this is why you're in the mindset of coming in and stealing them away to calmer waters and showing them how much you love them. So there's an opportunity, I feel, for you, but it is death to old ways. You're kind of like not sitting on the sidelines anymore. You're saying, I'm taking control. I'm taking control of the situation. I am going to message them. And look at that, indicated by the Queen of Wands there. So very, very, very much in your power. You're flying away from just sitting on the sidelines now. You want to create a brand new beginning with this person. You want to come towards them. You want to fly towards them. So with that tiny message, you're in this energy here. The Queen of Wands want to get it started, want to get something new going, want to come towards them as confident. And there we go, all these little messages, and they are tiny messages. It's not a declaration. If you think about it, if you're that invested in a relationship and you want it to go well, you have to come out as confident in the first instance. But then these messages are very tiny in comparison to this energy here with the Queen of Wands. Beautiful energy though. So yeah, flying towards them. But I do see that as this situation here unfolding. It almost feels like, yeah, you've been keeping this all to yourself. Somebody's come in and stole them away. 3 is a crowd, so it's somebody else in the mix now, but you're just waiting for that to falter. And there is some discord in there. You're waiting to scoop this person up. So when that happens, or if it already has happened, the Death card comes in and says, death to old ways, let's get going, Sagittarius. Just beautiful reading. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to have a look at how the other person feels about you. So just bear with me. How does the other person feel about Sagittarius? How does this person feel about Sagittarius? How does this soulmate feel about Sagittarius, or how does this other person feel about Sagittarius? Oh, look at that, lovers. Now looking for an intimate relationship, something with growth. Something with growth, but they also get a little bit of instability there, and perhaps that's from wherever they're coming from with that discord with the thief. The thief, the third party in this relationship or connection. Too many cards. So this gives them a bit of an uneasiness within them. They feel a bit unsteady, I feel, because of this, whatever this situation was with this Thief card. I'll call them the third party. They feel a bit uneasy about moving forward. They do want love in their life, but they feel a bit uneasy because of this Five of Earth, which is whatever that was, the discord between them and this third party. It's almost like it shook them to their foundations. And they have a bruised heart as well, the Five of Water. Things not turning out the way you'd hope, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilt milk. They've got a bruised heart from that situation. But the positive is that they're going to be free and that opportunity to connect with you, Sagittarius. But they're feeling a little bit like they're licking their wounds. And I feel that's why you're coming in and thinking, oh yeah, okay, I want to scoop them up and take them to calmer waters. But this is the reason why you can't declare. But perhaps they are still healing from that situation. Or it may take time. What else? How else? How does this person feel about Sagittarius? So yeah, Three of Fire. Abundance, things look very good. Have patience at this time, make optimistic long-term plans. They are willing to take a leap of faith towards you. Oh no, sorry, I'm going to retract that because it's not, it's the ego card. So we're going to rewind. I do apologize, but this comes from here. Sorry, read it wrong. That's me getting ahead of myself. So yeah, ego card. False sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. How am I going to ever love again? How am I going to ever love again after that episode? Feeling very trapped. It's very depleting for this person, whoever they are. But they do want, for the future, they do want a fruitful relationship. They do envisage having a intimate relationship. So how does the other person feel about Sagittarius? How does the other person feel? But I think it's going to take time for them. I think it's going to take some time because it's not been a good thing. It's not been a good situation for them. Oh, we've got Seven of Fire. Defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. They are going to get some resistance, I feel. When you come in, Sagittarius, they are going to get arrows of nonsense shot at them. They are going to have to just pull their socks up and basically say, okay, this is what I want. This is what I believe. End of chat. So they're going to have to, whatever this resistance is, they're going to have to come in as very confident, very confident, very determined. And I think that when that shows, other people kind of like back off. They go, oh, okay then, if you are determined, we'll leave you alone. Eight of Water, a desire to move on from heartache, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So they want to move away from this heartache here, and perhaps it is towards you, Sagittarius. You want to move towards them. You see them as a divine partner. Perhaps when you come in with those tiny messages, everything starts to get better for them and for you. So yeah, look, Two of Water, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, a positive resolution of a conflict. So perhaps, Sagittarius, you've had words with them saying this person's not good enough for you, and there's that discord. Because you could see what's going on, but you can't speak about it with that High Priestess. You can't tell this person how much you love them. You can't tell them what your ideas and thoughts are for the future. You can't tell them that they're your soulmate. So perhaps you've told them about the other person, that third party, being a little bit cheaty, a little bit sneaky. And they've said to you, oh, that's not the case. And kind of like you've had a fallout. Wow. But they want to resolve this, however it resonates. And they also want to learn about you, the Eight of Earth. So they want to get to know you on a whole different level, I feel, in a very intimate way here. And they also want to offer you the Ace of Earth. a very stable situation. They want a stable situation moving forward as well, because they're coming from some quicksand energies over here, and it is to do with that third party situation. Yeah, and look at that. So the combination, I feel, of moving on from this one here, it wasn't clear, sorry, pregnant pause there. That cycle's complete for them. The door is shut on that. They're moving on. They're moving on to connect with you. Yeah, look. But that very holding it, trying to hold it together here. A lot of just low vibrational energy, but I feel that when eventually when they move out of these energies here, this is while you're waiting for them to come out of those energies. The decision is, do I stick around any longer, or do I just tell them? So when they come out of these energies here, look, it's a cycle that's complete. They need to go through that process in order to be whole, to start something with you. But soon as that shift starts, the Eight of Water, they know that they need to move on. The Chariot comes in. Look, they want to move on quite quickly, not bouncing from relationship to relationship, but they want to move away from this energy. It's gone now, it's in the past. They want to move on to, yeah, like, you've both got the same cards. They want to move towards their soulmate. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans and on the right path. So they want this, but I feel that this situation here, they have to go through it. So this is why you're waiting. So we've got this Two of Earths. Still gives them a little bit of an ease, I feel, though. So even when you do message them, okay, it's going to make them feel a little bit, oh, is the same thing going to happen again? No, it's not. So they're very anxious about starting something with you, Sagittarius. But we've got here the Two of Earth, too much going on. They need to make a decision. Do I start something? Do I not? If it's going to go the same, what do I do? They're going to have to, and it is slow moving energy, but they're going to have to relax a bit, I feel. They're going to have to relax, but they do want to, or eventually want to, open their heart and mind to you. They want something that's very truthful, very loving. They want to be able to be open and honest, and want an open and honest relationship. And look at that. With their soulmate. Perhaps you've already told each other you're soulmates, and perhaps you're friends. However it resonates, but I think you know, both of you know what you mean to each other. Perhaps you just haven't explored it, and perhaps that third party situation was the catalyst for you getting together, because this is a renewal. So it's a renewal of a friendship and a renewal of this connection, because there has been some kind of discord in there, indicated by this positive resolution of a conflict. I do see that falling out. I feel that Sagittarius, perhaps you have been too open and honest with this person. Not too open and honest, because you've got their back. You see them as your soulmate, your wingman or wingwoman, whoever, whatever, however it resonates. But you do consider them to be your divine counterparts. So you are going to have their back. You are going to tell them when things feel a little bit icky, or if situations are not, you know, low vibrational, and you feel that they're being, people are being sneaky. You're going to have that confidence to come towards them and say, hang on a minute, something's wrong. But I think this other person's been kind of like blinded by whoever this third party situation is. When I say third party, okay, I see it as two friends that have a lot of love for each other, but haven't spoken about it, have a lot of love for each other, know that each other is a soulmate, but haven't bridged that gap, haven't crossed over, haven't spoken about it. And there's one person in the middle. So both longing to be with each other, but somebody else comes in and scoops one of you away, but then inevitably does the dirty. So the other one's standing here saying, hang on a minute, this is not right. They're being a bit naughty. And the other person goes, I don't know what you're going on about. You're just jealous. Oh dear. And it all falls. And then you're waiting for this person to kind of like wake up, I feel. So yeah, they're going to have to get into Emperor mode. They've got a plan. They've got a plan to make this work, to get back to you, to renew this. They want it. Eventually coming out of this heartache here. They know who you are to them, Sagittarius, and they want to get there like it was yesterday. Knight of Fire. Very motivated, very passionate, wanting to re-spark this. Wanting to come towards you. But also with this decision here, we've got this Four of Air. So needing to make a decision, a more playful approach to come towards you. But how do they do that? Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So they're trying to go through every scenario in their head about how this could work, how they can come towards you, how they can make this tangible. Because it's suddenly like an epiphany moment for them now. Beautiful reading. Wow. But very specific though. So I wonder if I'm just connecting with one person and not the collective. It's however it resonates. The messages are just different every time. So a lot of renewing, a lot of people turning back or wanting to turn back the clock at the moment, revisiting situations that they've left, looking at things through different eyes, trying to resolve conflict within past relationships and trying to build bridges, etc. And that's very spiritual if you think about it. Okay, it's very easy to blame each other or blame one person for a connection not going the way that you want to, but it takes a bigger person to actually own up and say, okay, there was two in that relationship, I was the other person. And if you left each other on really bad terms, then sometimes it takes time. It's it's not a 5-minute thing, but over time it gradually gets easier and easier, and you can reconnect on a friends basis, say, or just not hold any animosity towards that person. So even if you see them in the street, or if they're in a group that you're in, or if you still have connections that are friends with them, when you come across them again, it's not, you don't hold any, there's no ego there, there's no hatred, there's no nervousness, there's no animosity, there's no fear of them anymore, and you just break that silence with just being friendly. And everything just, looking at things. The past is the past. It's not holding on to grudges, is it? So a lot of relationships at the moment we're looking at relationships that have dissipated and wanting to build those bridges. So a lot of these readings are about revisiting situations. And it is through, I feel a lot of people have gone on that spiritual journey, I feel, through COVID. They're recognizing that tomorrow is never promised. It's what we have in the here and now. So make the here and now matter. Okay, so live every day. It's difficult, I know, because we all get wrapped up in our own lives. But live every day like it is, your last, maybe. So don't go to bed on regrets. Don't go to sleep with, at the end of the day, with fear inside you. Don't go to bed on an argument. Resolve that before the next day. There is a lot of wisdom in old sayings, so I would say to people, have a look at those old women's, I don't know what they're called, those old wives' tales and things like that, because there's a lot of wisdom to be gleaned in those. And try not to go to bed on an argument, or even if you have an argument, just try and work through that energy. Don't hold on to it. Don't get embroiled in it. Don't let it affect your happiness or your inner happiness. Just hold your hands up. and say, yeah, I was an idiot. I can be. Wow, okay, that's, you know, everybody has their moments. And it takes a bigger person to admit that rather than just keep going around blaming everybody else. It's taking responsibility for your own happiness. I don't know why I've told you what. Anyway, I'm just going to move on to your romance angels and angel answers. I think that somebody out there needed to hear it for some reason. I don't know. Bear with me. Okay, so what do we have as Sagittarius in relation to this reading? What do we have as Sagittarius in relation to this reading? Sagittarius. Okay, not the right time. Yep. Okay, so I said that there was some healing time in there, I think, for the other person. We've got a no here for some reason. Okay, what else do we need to know? We also have a yes, a no and a yes. Communicate clearly. Telling this person exactly what they mean to you. Look for a sign. What was I saying? To reconnect or connect. We've got helpful people. I think that that's mutual friends. And what else do we have? Reconsider. And what else do we have? Sagittarius, please. Sagittarius in love. Forgiveness. Beautiful. So forgiveness for you, forgiveness for them, for being a bit, I don't know why. For choosing the wrong person in the first instance. But they needed to go through that, those Sagittarius, in order to find out what you are to them. So not the right time. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Yeah, it's not the right time to open your heart. So you need to let things play out, I feel. Okay, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. What you thought wouldn't be a possibility actually is. So, because you're opening up, you've got rid of that death to old ways, death to hiding things now with that high priestess. So we also have communicate clearly, heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other, look for a sign, separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon, but you're already in kind of like separation anyway. So look for a sign to reconnect while you're separate. I don't know why they've made me, it's so strange, isn't it? Normally I place the cards to the 3 and then I start and then we have 2 at the end. It depends. They tell me where to put the cards, but automatically it's like I go on autopilot. It's not even me. I'm just the hands, the eyes and the mouth to these readings. This is, they've just guided me to put them there. If you're thinking, hang on a minute, she normally puts them somewhere else. No, they've just told me where they need them to go, so it's just like automatic. Yes, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Helpful people. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. So it's talking about it with friends. They'll help you realise what you need to do in order to move forward. And just talking about it, I feel, reaffirms it in your mind, Sagittarius, that this is the one. Reconsider this person, both of you, have feelings for each other. Both of you are wearing a false self-mask because both of you are in high priestess mode. So forgiveness, look at that. Yep, forgiving each other. Reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. Beautiful. What else do we need to know? But I do see this as friends, but there's a lot more. There's a lot more behind it. Soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. You are soulmates to each other. It's your wingman, wing woman, wing whatever. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Wing person, I should say. We also have, it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And what else do we have? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. What a beautiful reading. I'm going to sign it off with some Moonology cards for you, Sagittarius. So, what do we have as Sagittarius in love, please? And love, thank you. We have show the world the real you, how you really feel. Be bold and make the first move. Death to old ways. What do you need to release? Prosperity lies ahead. And what else do we need to know? Wow, it just flipped straight into the pack. And luck is on your side. Beautiful reading. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. If it did resonate with you, please like, share, subscribe. please remember to click the thumbs up button. Please remember, well, you can actually comment if you want to. More importantly, click that thumbs up button for me. You can comment, you can connect with me over on Facebook. If you have a look at the description box below the videos, I do offer personal readings, all the information's in there, and there is a free advisory service. Okay, it's for people who just want to have a little bit of a chat. It's not in the form of readings, it's just a little bit of a chat. If you're finding it difficult, perhaps I can guide you through that difficulty in order to get the best out of your situations. I do have people come back and just chat with me, so feel free, or you can do that on Messenger as well if you wanted to, because that is part of the Facebook I'm on Messenger as well. So however it resonates, however you want to do it, if you want to connect, just come over and say hi. Okay, if I don't hear from you beforehand, whoever you are, have a fabulous week, and I love you loads. Take care.